My name is Matthew. You are in the moment. I said I would be in here late night. We are late night. It's 11:30. This 16th day of July. It's still a very warm evening. Just here in my apartment. Just in here real quick. Just a few observations. Just a few things to talk about. And the one thing that I love about doing the live stream is there's the possibility of interaction with those that are still up, but I always appreciate those that are catching up at your leisure. And I've said this for the 7 years that I've been doing this, that the most important thing is the content of the show. People can watch this whenever they so choose, or they can keep scrolling, which is another option. So just a few moments of your time. It's been a few days. The last time I did a show was last Thursday night. I was at Grand Parade Square. So yeah, that was the last time I was in front of the camera. So I'm just going to talk about a few things that I've seen within the last 6 days. If you've watched this show, you know that I love numbers. I just sequence of numbers and how numbers playing with dates and hey, go on. I got a cat here, so I just want to Tora. All right. So just some numbers here. This is, and if you don't know, this is a live stream from Halifax, Nova Scotia, where today we're in the tail end of the second day of a heat warning here in Halifax. At one point today with the humidex, it felt like 39. We're here on the coast, so it may felt a bit cooler. The further away you get from the water, the warmer it gets. So a heat warning in place the second day. We'll see. There could be a heat warning in place for tomorrow, and I think 3 consecutive days is considered a heat wave. I think it has something to do with consecutive days and at a certain temperature. My point is, and a few more numbers, and this comes from Environment Canada and any website that tells you what time the sun came up, what time the sun goes down. So here we are on the 16th day of July. I myself, I don't have to be to work till like mid-afternoon. So I myself, and I actually timed it because I knew how hot it was, and I wasn't mentally prepared to spend any lengthy amount of time outside in the scorching heat. So I timed myself, and I went from walking out the side door at the apartment complex into an air-conditioned building at the art gallery, less than 45 minutes. Just keep that in mind. I was literally in the sun for less than 45 minutes today. Now you may think that's wonderful. That's not a lot of time, or that's too much time. My point is, the sun came up today at 5:45. So the sun is up at 5:44. The sun set at 8:55. So with the sunshine and the clear skies, no real cloud cover, we had 15 hours and 11 minutes. 15 hours and 11 minutes the sun was visible in the sky. That's a pretty significant chunk of the day, a 24-hour day. Again, 45 minutes in that. And what I'm trying to say is, most of the people watching this had that opportunity to shield themselves from the elements, not just today, but every day. I know people, I personally know people at 3 of the encampments, and I know there's a bunch of people at the Green Road encampment. I'm going to talk about that in a couple of moments. There is no escape from the elements. If you have ever woken up on any given morning in a tent you know what it feels like inside that tent. There is zero escape, and that's all I could think about today was the 15 plus hours that the unhoused are out in the elements. Yes, they may be able to go into Scotia Square or the library to get out of the heat, but at the end of the day, they've got to step back out into that heat. So it's not just winter time. It's not just rain and cold. It's the heat. And in the 45 minutes that I was in the heat today, my anxiety was rising because I was thinking of just having no other alternative, no other place to go. Like just wandering the streets of Halifax all day in nearly, 40-degree heat, muggy, sticky, unpleasant. And we may have much of the last 2 days. It may play out exactly the same on Thursday as we approach that time frame here within the next 30 minutes. So I just want you to think about that. I just want you to think about how hot it was today, how many daylight hours there were, and how much time did you spend in the sun today? And was it voluntary? Could you have stayed inside today if you so choose? I'm just curious. The Coles notes, the bottom line is when you're unhoused, when you don't have those four walls, there is literally no escape, zero escape from the elements. Okay, enough on that, buttoning that up. Just think about it. I want to move on to my talk radio program. A couple of milestones I'm hoping to reach, hopefully this weekend. So Truth from the Booth is my talk radio program with the focus on the unhoused, not just here in my live stream, but getting their stories out old school on an actual radio station, located in Perth, Andover, New Brunswick. But the shows are also up on my YouTube channel. But the reason I'm talking about my Truth from the Booth this weekend with a new show on Sunday, I talked about this a few weeks ago. I want to start another conversation about long COVID. I don't know if you know this, but Jen has been just suffering through long COVID for 9 months, approaching 10 months. So we're going to have, Jen and I are going to have a discussion Friday or Saturday, and that will be up on the air this Sunday. So looking forward, it's just a matter of Jen having the strength and just being cognitively there. Do some research on long COVID, and if you know someone who has it, perhaps you're having symptoms as well, might be a show to check out. And I'm really excited because I am with this show on Sunday. I am 26,000 listens away from 1 million. That's a pretty significant milestone for me, considering Truth from the Booth was it's my own concept, and to have brought it to life and interviewed all kinds of people doing exactly what I love to do, which is provide a platform for people to share their stories, regardless of what their story is. So I'm hoping, I'm going to put it out into the universe, that the show that I do with Jen, getting the ball rolling on the conversation about long COVID, which some people have been suffering for 5 years. So we're going to get that conversation going, and I'm hoping, my hope is that the show that I do, the first show that I do with Jen about long COVID, will be that show that will put me up over the 1 million listens on my Truth from the Booth. So looking forward to that. Okay. This is a little segment that I just thought of. It's titled Since Last Time. I'm trying to read my own writing. Since Last Time. And the concept is really easy. No secret here. Everything is on notes. But I will say, this is a live stream. There's no editing. It's unscripted, it's unrehearsed. I just try and stay focused. I try and stay to the note. So I appreciate the live views. And if you're watching this at your leisure, I appreciate that as well. So this little segment here, and this is how I'm going to wrap it up. And everything that I am about to say is factual. And I'll give you the background. This is no secret as well. I've been telling people this for the last few weeks, if not the last couple of months. I have a book called Phone Notes. So every day when I leave the house, I just simply go to my notes and I just dictate things that I see, and I have all my notes. So what I'm going to share with you, and there are 13. There's 13 items, and I'm just going to go real quick. I've literally just written what is in my notes. So what you are about to hear since last time, the last time I spoke was last Thursday, July 10th, from Grand Parade Square, City Hall in Halifax. So this is what I have seen. This is what I have heard. This is what I have observed, been a part of since last Thursday. And this is called Since Last Time. When I immediately finished my show last Thursday at Grand Parade Square, I was sitting next to a bench that was quickly occupied by someone who I had met in the winter of 2023 at Grand Parade Square. So someone that I have previously seen unhoused is right back where I first met him all those months ago. Well, that's one thing that happened. I'm just going to read through these. This is earlier this week. There was a tent structure less than a block up the road from here. Sorry, I'm just trying to read my own writing. A tent structure. We are in between Richmond and Yonge, and there's an educational learning center just up the road. Someone was tenting on the other side of the fence. So between the sidewalk and this tiny little green space, like not even maybe 15 feet wide, going up to the fence of this preschool, there was someone there. I put those, I took a picture and some video today on my way to work. Luckily, the tent is gone. The individual is gone. But the picture and the video is up on my personal page. So that's something that I've seen. So they're fanning out. People who don't have a place to go are going to go, they're going to go wherever. They're certainly not sticking to the designated encampments. I walked by, this is curious, maybe the city can answer this. Anyone who has walked on the green space from the McDonald Bridge into the city, the green space, the path, there is a incredible odor of raw sewage. Be interested to know where that's coming from and if that's ever going to be resolved. It's certainly not coming from the tents or the encampment, but for the last several weeks, a very strong odor of just raw sewage on Barrington. Just that's what I've noticed. That's what I'm putting out there. Heavy, how are you? Love you, man. So yeah, that's there. This and what I'm about to tell you is a little bit disturbing. Not a little bit. It is. I was heading up. I was around the Staples. I was on the Staples on Gottingen. There's an underground parkade, and I was just going up because I wanted to see if there was any progress on the bus stop that was there. And I'm watching two individuals. Someone is performing a sexual act on another individual. That's something that I saw with my own eyes. That is something that's something that's happening right here in Halifax. And what disturbs me is the circumstance that would have led to that transaction, because that's exactly what it was. And I'm just being blunt. Like you spend enough time walking the streets, have your ear to the ground. You put two and two together. You don't have to be a genius to figure out what's going on out there, unless you're just too scared to walk around and really see what's going on in your own community. Since last time, I have seen 5 individuals who I have helped in the past that are still out. In some cases, still unhoused, have been inside or back outside. So just a revolving door. I saw a gentleman, again, this is just things that I have observed since the last time I was on camera. Earlier this week, I love to go to the old burying ground cemetery. I love going there. It's so quiet, it's so nice. And I witnessed a young, middle-aged male who had his whole life on his back. He had 3 of the largest, oversized, overstuffed backpacks I've ever seen. I've never seen an individual walking through the city with that much stuff. Definitely did not have a place to go. Like I said, his life, he was carrying his life with him. What else do I have here? Spring Garden Road. I was inside the Tim Hortons on Spring Garden Road, and I witnessed the bus stopped right in front. Gentleman got off the bus, put his energy drink down, turned around, and was, getting ready to fight someone who was on the bus. There's a lot of anger and a lot of rage that is walking the streets of Halifax. That's factual. And if you've ever spent any time walking the streets, you can certainly pick up on it. You can actually hear people hollering throughout the city core. Grand Parade Square. Again, these are things that I've just seen. And if what I haven't already told you isn't disturbing, or if you don't find it disturbing, please go have a long, hard look in the mirror. Last week at Grand Parade Square, hanging out, I observed a gentleman on the other side who has been there 2 or 3 days in a row, but he was bathing with an old dirty rag. Like literally an old dirty rag is what he was bathing with. Now, I had just come from Scotia Square. I had just come from the dollar store. I had a couple Gatorades with me because it was incredibly hot. It was Monday. And he, made the motion, hey, you got a smoke? I don't have a smoke, but I have a Gatorade. So I exchanged a cold Gatorade for a smoke that I did not have. But again, just watching someone in the middle of the afternoon, middle-aged male, bathing with an old dirty rag, Grand Parade Square, City Hall, 2025. I saw a gentleman, a middle-aged male. Again, these are all middle-aged males. This particular individual was pushing a shopping cart with more recycling than I've ever seen. Like, your shopping cart was full of, he must have had, cans go for like 5 cents a can. But we're talking 5 or 6 strategically placed large plastic bags. And this is how this guy is getting by. Like, I can guarantee you there's 1,001 other things this particular individual would rather be doing than walking the streets of Halifax picking up recycling. But God bless him for doing it. There's quite a crew of people up at the Barrington Street encampment. One section does have an electrical box. The people at the southern end of the green space, closer to the yellow stairs, that were put in there several weeks ago, someone has illuminated lights, battery-powered lights. But just think about, the next time, try stumbling around in the dark in your home for any given time. Like, if you get up in the middle of the night to go, use the washroom or go to the refrigerator, do it in complete blackness, because that's what these people are doing out there. So tents are being lit up with lights, but they're also burning down. Early Monday morning, PJ, who's over at Green Road, put a video up. In the early morning hours, someone's tent burned to the ground. So all of the belongings gone. I know for a fact because Andrew had made a comment that there was a tent engulfed in flames at Lower Flynn Park. incredibly dangerous. There's so many dangers. There's so many dangers to existing outside in a tent. And I wish every politician on every single level could just get that. Just get it through your head. Just get it through your head. Okay, we talked about that. Went for a walk Monday afternoon on the boardwalk down by Nova Scotia Power. There's an elderly lady. She's got to be late 70s, maybe 80s, in a motorized scooter. If you've been down on the waterfront for the last couple of years, you've probably seen her. But she'll take down a little ghetto blaster or some type of boom box. We'll play some music, some East Coast kitchen music, and place the spoons. Place the spoons with a hat out in front of her, busking, collecting change. Someone who should be enjoying retirement, certainly not playing the spoons in the heat down on the waterfront in Halifax in July of 2025. Again, just things I have seen with my own eyes. I'm not making any of this stuff up. And you can think about, take this whichever way you want. Again, I don't work, and I just can't imagine working for Tourism Nova Scotia. Their job is to show you the good. And Halifax is a great place to live. I'm just showing you the underbelly. I'm just showing you the underside. So, elderly, just a few more things. Beer chat. I saw a guy sleeping outside of the library, and they have a whole patio, like hard plastic furniture, Monday afternoon, but he was curled up with all his clothes on, trying to have a sleep there. Observed a gentleman down at the Superstore on Barrington. He was in between the fence, via rail, and the building, Monday afternoon, in a completely different world, just sitting there on the curb with a couple of probably piss-warm Coors Light, just talking to nothingness. Not normal. Walk a bit further, the bus stop when you come out of the liquor store, someone has taken that over. All of their stuff was in there. They were crashed out on a bench. There are literally people sleeping in every part of the peninsula. Every part. Witnessed, again, these are things I've just seen in the last 6 days. A couple of days ago, there was an elderly lady on the median, Gottingen and North. If you're coming across the bridge in the morning, or at that intersection of Gottingen and North, you probably see people out there every single day. This lady was elderly. She had a cane. And the recurring theme in a lot of these things that I've seen is the word elderly. The word elderly. One more elderly tonight. And this is the reason I'm doing this show, because there were so many things that stood out in my phone notes that what I witnessed tonight was the last entry. As I left work tonight on Barrington, Barrington is all redone, the whole Cogswell Exchange. You can go online and read all about it. But there are new bus shelters on Barrington, just in the shadow of Scotia Square, and I'm walking tonight, and I'm looking across. They're heated, they're lit up, they're all encased in glass, so they are protected from the elements. Got a roof over it. But there was a gentleman in there tonight. He had a white blanket laid out on the bench, and I can't imagine those benches being very comfortable, like wood or whatever material they're made out of. The benches they're not made for sleeping. But what I saw tonight, and he may very well still be there, where else is he going to go? But this gentleman was easily in his 70s, and you'll probably, if you needed to, you could see him on surveillance. But he was getting ready to sleep tonight at the bus shelter on Barrington. Just think about that. Just think about that. Always things to think about. I'm going to leave you with this. Just a shout out to Robin. Robin, keep vlogging, keep doing what you're doing. You're being heard. Like I said to Jen, what we are witnessing with your vlog is the result of how cruel society can be and what happens when we don't look after our own people. We allow people to fall through the cracks. So we have to start looking after each other from wherever you are from. That's just my opinion. I don't give two rips. I'm just here to help. So, Robin, love you. Be safe out there. Just keep speaking the truth. Keep speaking your truth. And I want to end it with this. The Facebook page. Again, and I've said this many times, and I've mentioned this Facebook page many times. Heavy, I hope you're well, man. I've mentioned this many times. If you really want to get a real understanding, a real idea of what is happening in the summer of 2025 on the East Coast of one of the greatest countries in the world. Again, my own opinion. Helping End Homelessness in Nova Scotia. The Facebook page, Helping End Homelessness in Nova Scotia. If you want to get a sense of what's going on, if you feel the need to help, that's where I would direct people to go, because you can see in real time the need for help and how people are stepping up to help. Okay, that's going to do it for me. Again, just some things to observations. But do remember, tomorrow when the sun comes up, again, another 15-hour day in the heat. Could be day 3 of a heat warning. Just remember those that have simply no shelter, no dignity, no privacy. Okay, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for hanging out. If you're watching this at your leisure, I appreciate you getting caught up as well. My name is Matthew, and you are currently caught up in the moment.